Hi guys, Rita here. Welcome to my channel. For my video today, I'm going to be talking to or encouraging someone who wants to be a booktuber, because I feel like it's very important to advise or talk to someone when you're going through the process, you know, because I know most times people tell their stories after they've done it, but I think it's also important to talk whilst you're still in the trenches, because I'm still a growing channel or brand. So I thought maybe I would tell you guys, or you who's watching who wants to be a booktuber or start a channel, some of the obstacles I face, some of the good things, and how I've navigated myself around this whole thing of being a booktuber. So I hope you're going to enjoy this video, and if it's helpful, make sure to share it and do not forget to subscribe. So again, please ignore the reflection of the ring light on my glasses, because I need my glasses, especially considering I'm going to be reading some pointers to you guys that will help you and maybe not help you. I don't know, whichever way you take it. I just thought maybe someone wants to be a booktuber, maybe you also want to review African literature or blogs or ebooks, whichever way you choose to go. I just wanted to help you because I know it can be daunting. I remember before I started, I had this idea for a year and I was just thinking, okay, I'm not good enough. There are a lot of book reviewers out there. No one needs me to make another channel because people already have other people they're watching. But my narrative is just like bottled water. There are so many different brands, and you know, one might not like the other, might prefer the other one, or they might like them both, you know. So just like what, there's room for everyone when it comes to like being a booktuber or being a vlogger, whatever space you want to be in, even to be a writer, there is room for everyone, because we are not going to cover everything. For example, I'm an Afro-lit booktuber, and which means I'm focusing on 54 countries. Okay, there's definitely no way I am going to read all the books by African writers. Definitely no way, no chance. So obviously someone else can come and fill up the gap. We can help each other to read, we can help each other to review, even if it's the same books, different books. I think it's just a place for growth, for helping each other, to help the writers and also as individuals. So my point number one is just do it. Just do it, just go with it. I know it's scary, especially if you're someone who's not really into this whole thing of being on the camera. I was so shy at first. I was so scared, because I'm not the kind of person who likes taking pictures. My phone is full of pictures of my friends and my families, even videos. I rarely take pictures, so you can imagine how much courage it took for me to actually come and sit down and talk about books. So just do it. Don't mind if, you know, obviously you're going to worry about the background, you're going to worry if you're good enough, if you're talking in a good way, or it could be accent, it could be language, it could be whatever you're worried about. Don't worry about it. I remember when I started, I was talking very, very fast. Someone commented and say, you know what, you're doing a great job, but it's just you're talking very fast, and it's because I just wanted to finish the videos and go about my day because I was so scared. But yeah, just do it. And I know there are a couple of things which people worry about. So if you want to be a booktuber or a vlog, I'm not really sure about vlogging, so I'll just focus on being a booktuber because that's what I do. So number one, you're going to need a ring light. You don't need to buy an expensive ring light. Mine, I think I bought it for like £20 on Amazon, and I know there are cheaper ones, so it just depends on like the background that you have and the kind of aesthetics you're trying to set. Because if you're standing, you're going to need one which has kind of like, what do you call it, I don't know, I can't think of it now, but which is long wood, I think, I don't know, but you know what I mean. And if you're sitting like me, you're going to need like maybe a shorter one or even a long one, depends on where it's going to be standing. Number two, if you're someone who's super worried, you could want the background. It doesn't have to be something amazing. It could be just a wall. Like for example, this is just like a blank wall, and then I just made do with it. And you could be into flowers. It depends what you want. If maybe you might not even want that, you just want to talk with the bare background, you don't want any books like I do, you don't want to decorate it with anything, fine, as long as you like it, that's what matters. And I love flowers. I'm super excited because it's going to be sunflower season soon. I love sunflowers, and I like decorating my background because it kind of like it's very nice. It's nice to look at, and I also like displaying books so that people kind of have a feel of what exactly I'm talking about in the upcoming books, and people can actually get ideas of books to buy. These are like new books which I was given. Since I'm still on a book ban, I didn't buy any of these books. These were actually gifts. And yeah, you could set your background whichever way you want, whatever goes with whatever you want to do. And camera, I know most people are worried about cameras. You can use your phone camera. I've been using my phone camera for the longest time. Ever since I started, I've always used my phone camera. And if you want to spend a little bit more, you could buy a camera. It's up to you. You know, it depends with your pocket. But if you're someone like me who's not very rich, you know, because you could use your phone. I think your phone literally has everything you might need, and you can also download apps for editing. I use iMovies because it's already installed on my phone, so I don't really need any other apps. But if you're using, let's say, an Android, I think there are other apps which you can use. You can use Adobe Premiere Rush. I tried it, failed, epic fail. I think I'm going to try it again, but this time maybe on a laptop because I couldn't manage on my phone. I just got so frustrated. So I'm sticking to iMovies now until I learn how to use the Adobe Premiere Rush, but people say that it's actually the best. You could also use, I think it's Kind Masters. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. That's both for Apple and Android, and you can also use Filmora that also caters for Android. So it just depends which app you're going to use for editing, and I think they're all free, unless for the Adobe Premiere Rush I think you kind of have to pay for the extras. I think like just like any other app, you have to pay if you want like the whole exclusive package. The other thing you might need is a microphone. I remember when I started, I didn't have a microphone, and my friend who's into media, he was telling me that most people will forgive bad picture quality, but they will not forgive bad audio. So I had to get a microphone. I think I bought this for around £26, but I think you can get like cheaper ones. Obviously, it depends with where you stay and what you're actually able to afford. If not, you can stick to just using a phone microphone, but just make sure that the room is very quiet because it picks like the slightest noises. So also be aware of that. You also need I think that's it for now. I think that's it. That's what you need, like when it comes to the background, when you're just starting, when you have the idea. These are some of the things you might need to look into, focus into, think about, but don't think too much thinking, oh, it's not as good as someone else's. We're all different people. We come from different houses. We all can't afford to have the posh cameras. Just work with what you have, and as time goes on, you gradually find your fitting. For example, if you check my first videos, I think I don't even remember the background, but I think I had like a heap of books up to here. I think I had flowers. I think there were like 4 of them. It wasn't as nice as this, but it was a start because now I'm actually getting to know and understand what I want my background to look like. So I'm putting a bit more effort into it. But my advice to you now is just go for it. Just start. Just buy the little things that you need. If you feel you don't need a ring light, that's fine. I need a ring light because in England we only have 3 days of sunlight, so you can imagine I need it because the weather can be very dreadful. Number 2, consistency. So it depends with how consistent you are when you're producing or uploading videos, recording, whatever. I try to do it weekly, so like when I'm off, because I work like super long hours and I'll be super exhausted, but I make sure there's just one day where I actually have to do a video. It's not every day that I feel like doing it. I think there are a couple of videos when I was very sick, you could actually tell. I remember when I did Children of Blood and Bone, my video was upside down and I had dragged myself. I had a terrible cold, but I just felt like I had not recorded in a while, so I had to. And there will be those days when you just feel like, oh my gosh, I don't have anything to record, or I can't think of anything. Because if you're a booktuber, you obviously have to know what you're talking about, okay? Because you're definitely not the only person who read the book, and you're giving your point of view doesn't have to match everyone else's. So I think that's what you also need to understand when it comes to being a booktuber. You're talking about your opinion, your experience with the book. It doesn't have to be the exact same as another one, because we all see different things when it comes to books. And with consistency, the days on which you're uploading your video, the time. I remember when I started blogging, that is, I need to go back to that. Honestly, I've been slacking when it comes to blogging. But I remember the best time for you to post a blog or a video is Wednesdays around 10 or 12, because that's when, you know, people are now easing into the week. Now they're not very busy, so they're kind of looking for things to do during the day around that time, especially around midday, around 12. That's when, you know, they're kind of winding down, getting ready for Friday, looking forward to Thursday, getting ready for Friday. So people kind of don't really have a lot on their plates. And I think I'm going to change that, because I've been doing that for 10 here, because I was accommodating people back in Zimbabwe, because that's where most of the people who watch my videos stay. But I think I need to change the time zone now to maybe here, because we're like an hour apart. So I think I'll look into that. But when I was reading articles on the best time to upload a video, it was talking about Wednesday around midday. Other people upload their videos on weekends, but I feel like weekends are a bit too busy and hectic. Most people have other things to do. People are looking forward to resting, or maybe they have plans, especially this side now that now that the sun is out, people are out there. Okay, people are living their best lives at the moment. So just see like your audience, and also like where you stay, what people do, and also, you know, the country which you stay in, because that's also a factor that affects who's going to be watching. Another thing to do with consistency is to focus on your niche. So for example, my niche is African literature, so I specialize in reading and reviewing African literature. But if you want to focus on something else, for example, if you want to talk about blogs, you know, you have to know what exactly you're talking about and the kind of blogs. And if it's ebooks, what kind of ebooks you want to talk about, because niche matters, especially when it comes to this. When it comes to writing, or when I'm blogging, I never really care about the niche, because I don't like being contained. But now with African literature, because African literature in itself is a niche, so I kind of move around with African literature, fiction, non-fiction, children's books, or self-help, or all of those different genres. I don't know if they're genres or what, but all of that. So you also need to know your niche. You also need to know, like, are you going to be posting every week, every month, every 2 days? I know of there's Ntabi and her books. She posts like 2 videos a week, which is very good, because it means more people are engaging, and the more people watch, the more people are interested. And I think that's a very brilliant idea. I wish I could do that, but for me, I don't think I'll be able to do that. I just have a lot, so I can only manage 1 video per week. But make sure when you're starting, try to be as consistent as possible, because if you start slacking, it means, you know, you kind of go back, because YouTube is a very different platform, especially when it comes to like growing your audience and having subscribers. I think it's the most difficult, because for example, if you watch a video on YouTube, it never dawns on you to subscribe. So you actually have to push people to subscribe to your channel, because for example, if I go and watch a video by Benabo, I like Benabo, but I don't think I'm even subscribed to his channel, but I'll go and watch and like it, but it never really dawns on me for me to subscribe to it. So you can imagine other people, how they feel when they come to your channel. They'll watch it, they'll like it, but they might not subscribe. So you kind of need to push there. Number 3, you need to engage. So you will need to follow other booktubers, be it on Instagram, be it on Twitter. You also need to subscribe to their channels. You need to also engage in the comment section. One thing I'll tell you about this, when it comes to this thing with booktubing or being a vlogger, it's a lot of work. It's a job in itself. It's taxing. It needs time. You need time to really, plan things, what you're going to do. For example, I'm trying to do reels on my Instagram page, and it takes time. Okay, you have to take time. You also have to think of what you exactly want to make. You have to think of, the kind of atmosphere you want. So it's a lot. You really need to make time for it, and it might seem as if it's not that important, but it really is important, because we now live in a world where people like visual things. People like seeing pretty things. So I think you also need to tap into that, just to just for people to kind of come to your channel. I know it might be something you might not care about, but the world cares. So you decide. And you also need to, I think it's very important to create an Instagram account for your channel. I think Instagram more, because we can post pictures of books. People like seeing pretty pictures of books. They're amazing bookstagrammers on Instagram, obviously bookstagrammers, and I enjoy going on other people's pages. They're just so pretty, the way that they put effort, the aesthetics. I'm a sucker for aesthetics. I love it, and I've been struggling with mine because I'm not really sure where exactly I fit in. So I'm just trying, a bit of both, going for like books, or maybe posting the authors themselves, because I'm doing this challenge, the April challenge, where we're going around Africa reviewing different books. So after that, I think I need to start being serious again on what I really want my page to look like, because it's very important. And you also need to, like I say, engage with other bookstagrammers. They are very friendly. I love bookstagrammers. They're some of the nicest people I've ever met, virtually, obviously. But I really enjoy that community, because everyone is so nice, everyone is so kind, everyone comments on and they share your work. So it's a very nice community, and people actually share information. I love it. I really love being a bookstagrammer and also engaging with other bookstagrammers. So you also need to do that, and make sure you follow other bookstagrammers. I know there are people who are worried about following more people than having followers. I don't know. I just feel like, really, I don't know. Just follow people who you think are going to like add on or be an asset, or people you can actually learn from. Because this thing of trying to balance followers and who you're following, I don't know, I just feel like it's a bit childish, especially if you're following people who are doing the same thing as you, but each their own. If you're into that thing of wanting more followers than following other people, I don't know, that's you. But also on YouTube, people also have that thing of wanting more subscribers than they subscribe to other people. I hope that's the correct term. But I remember when I was starting off my channel, there was this YouTube trend where people were saying, let's follow each other, let's subscribe to each other's channels. And I remember I subscribed to like 10 accounts, and they subscribed back. And then the following morning, I'm waking up and I've lost like 20 subscribers. I'm like, what just happened? So other people, they'll do that. They'll just want you to subscribe to their channels, and then when they see that you've subscribed, they'll subscribe to yours, and then they'll unsubscribe. I don't know why exactly they were doing that. It could be also they were fake accounts, but still, people do that, and I don't know. I don't understand it. But yeah, make sure you work on engaging with other bookstagrammers on YouTube. Subscribe to their channels. If you don't like what they're talking about, you don't have to follow them. You don't necessarily have to follow everyone, okay? You also need to see if they're also going with your brand or what you want, prefer. So that's completely up to you. So obviously, now that you've created an account for your channel, I think it becomes a business account. So with the business account, you can actually promote your posts. So that's number 5, promoting your work. And on Instagram, they give you options on which one you want to promote, and you can promote it if you like. I think you pay. It's been a while, okay? It's been a while since I've promoted something, but I think you pay a few pounds or dollars, whichever currency you use, and that can actually escalate, and people will be seeing it everywhere. Like those pop-up things when you talking about, let's say, a book, and then you just see like something about a book. So those kind of things, that's how it works. And also you can tweet and retweet it. I use Twitter more than I use Instagram. I just feel more comfortable when I'm on Twitter than I'm on Instagram. I'm not a huge fan of Instagram, never have been. I don't know, there was actually a time when I was off Instagram for like 8 months, but because of this booktubing, I just stay on that account. Like that's mainly where I am when I'm on Instagram, is because of the Bookstagram account. And you can also use Canva for your thumbnails. So for like pictures or thumbnails, or you know, what you call it, I'm sorry, I'm zoning out, I don't know what's going on with me today. But yeah, when you want to use like pictures for your channel, you can use Canva. It kind of helps you to make a background, or if you want to make a short video, you can use that. I use that for like, what you call it, you know, those short videos which I put on my video at the start, at the middle, and at the end. I'm forgetting the name, but those ones, I use Canva for those ones. So you can use Canva to like make those short trailers. I think they're trailers. The name is just trailers. Let's take trailers for now. They're trailers. So you can also use Canva for that, and just to make it nice, make it pretty, or whichever you prefer. I use Canva. I used to use PixArt. It's good. It's very good too. You can also use that. So make sure you promote your work. Like I said, it's a lot of work, okay? It is a lot of work, but it just depends on how much you want to do. For example, I'm doing this because I believe everyone deserves to read African literature, okay? I love African literature. Am I going to be doing this for the rest of my life? No. But I'm just taking this time to like push the narrative, to help upcoming writers on this small platform, you know, for other people to get to know about them. So that's what I like about my channel, which is why I find time to do it, even when I feel like I don't feel like doing it. There's so many days when I don't feel like doing it. Like last week I didn't make a video because I was just not into it at all. But because I love African literature and I like people reading more African literature, seeing how they're being represented, you know, it's very nice. It's just a very nice feeling to see yourself in a book through many chapters, or seeing someone else you might know falling in love with a character which will never materialize in real life. I've done that before, but anyway. So yeah, make sure you promote your work and do as much as you can. You know, take your time, but don't take too much time. I hope that makes sense. Number 6, you will have low moments, okay? So when it comes to being a booktuber, like I said before, it's a very hard platform for you to get subscribers, especially if you're someone who's just starting out, who's not very popular or famous. Unless if you're famous and popular, then well, you're lucky, because obviously people are just going to come and subscribe. But if not, you will have low moments. You have times when you're going to lose subscribers. You have days or weeks or months when people will not visit your channel, people will not watch it. And I would encourage you to download the channel studio for YouTube. So that actually helps you to see, you know, your videos and the views, the likes, the comments and everything, how the analysis of people, where they're watching from, the age group. So it's like an insight of the whole channel. So I'd encourage you to have that too when you start this, because I think it gives you an option to download the app when you start a YouTube channel. And yeah, you will have those bad days, you know, when people will not like what you talk about. That could be friends and family, and that's okay, you know, because not everyone is going to like your work. Not everyone is going to view your videos. It could be friends or family. It could be they're busy, or maybe they're just not into it. That's fine. It doesn't mean that they're not supportive, unless if they're not, well then, I don't know. But you will have those moments and you feel low, you feel like you want to give up, you feel like nothing is going your way. I've had days like that where I felt like maybe I should leave this, you know, thing of being a bookstagrammer. But then bookstagrammer, you booktuber, But then I remembered, why exactly am I doing it? Because you need to remember, why are you doing it? Like I said, I'm doing this because I want more people to know about African literature. Because when people hear literature, we all think of Shakespeare, Jane Austen. We think of all the white writers because that's what literature is being engraved in our minds to me. But because I fell in love with African literature when I was at a low point, I feel like it could actually help someone else, and it has also helped me in writing. I know I say this a lot about writing, but you guys, I'm legit serious. I'm going to publish a book this year, and I'm going to need someone to review it. So you see, you need to make your channel so that you can review my book. Because if I review my own book, trust me, I'm just going to be seeing the mistakes. I'm going to be saying bad things about it. I'm terrible at marketing myself too. So this is actually a message to myself, which means I need to follow these steps too. Oh my gosh. Anyway, but yeah, when it comes to being a booktuber, you're going to have these low moments when people won't view your channels. People might dislike them, but that's okay. Okay, that's all right. You're doing great. You're doing amazing. You're doing fine, and just keep pushing, keep going. Remember the why. Remembering the why is very important. Why are you doing this? Why are you being a booktuber? Why are you doing anything that you're doing? You know, why? Always ask yourself why. And I think the answer is always in the why if you're pushing the narrative. Because for other people, it takes a long time. Like for me, I don't think I'm going to hit the 4,000 watch hour in 12 months for me to get monetized. I'm like far from it. So in my mind, I've just put it aside, like, you know what, I don't think I'm going to reach like 4,000 watch hours by August. I think I said this in August. Neither am I going to have like 1,000 subscribers by August. So I think I've really faced my fate, like, okay, maybe not now, maybe later on. But again, you never know. You never know. Maybe something might happen. Maybe I might end up having 1,000 subscribers by tomorrow. Who knows? But just brace yourself for those kind of moments, but just remember to keep going. Remember why you're doing this. It's very important for you to remember why. And also, when you don't feel like recording, take some time. Okay, it's not by force, because the thing when it comes to being a book reviewer, you're not the only person who's read the book. So many people have read the book, so they also know what you're talking about. It's not always people who come to your channel who want a recommendation. Some people coming to watch because they want to know what you think about the book, and it could be different from what they think. Hence, it also opens a window to like discussing, having a conversation, and make sure you engage, make sure you learn and you unlearn, because you don't know everything. So yeah, that's for number 6. You have those low moments, and just brace yourself, keep going. If you don't feel like recording, take time to relax. Like for now, for the last month, I know it's been my birthday month, but I haven't been in the mood to read. So now that I'm easing into May, I'm going to start reading again. But I think I'm going to start light, because I've been off of reading for a while. So I'm just going to look for something which is quite light, something enjoyable that will ease me into starting these amazing books right over here. And yeah, I hope you are going to take this advice, and if not, if it doesn't work for you, maybe it'll work for someone else, and that's okay. Last but not least, number 7, enjoy. Make sure you enjoy what you were doing. Okay, so at first I was a bit shy. Like I said before, I was very rigid. If you watch my first videos, I was just talking, and I was not even looking at the camera. I think I was looking at myself. I wasn't looking at the camera. But then as time went on, I began to be more confident, sitting here talking to you guys / talking to myself into the camera, and it kind of brought out my actual personality. Took a while, because I'm not that kind of person who puts myself out there, but I really enjoy doing these videos. I think you can tell now, if you've been watching my videos for a long time, you can tell that I'm more free. I'm more how do I say this? I forgot the word, but it could also be because of the weather. Okay, it's getting sunnier, and I'm one of those people who's affected by the weather so much. When it's winter, I'm just like, oh my god, why? And in England, it's like we have like 11 months of winter, so you can imagine how it can be so depressing. But because it's summer, I'm getting super excited. I love summer. I know it's like the heat, it's like overwhelming, but it's, for me, it's a different atmosphere, having to walk outside, seeing the sun. And I'm looking forward to like going out a lot this summer. Like, I mean it. I don't have a summer body, but I'm just going to go as I am. Summer will have to take this body, okay? But yeah, just make sure you enjoy and you know what you're talking about, and have fun, you know, have fun whichever way you can. You could be one of those people who shouts, one of those people who sings, or one of those people who smile. It's just up to you, whichever way you feel like you can express yourself and enjoy making the video, go for it. So anyway, I hope this information is going to be helpful, and if not, maybe you can share it with someone else. And I hope you have an amazing day. I will see you next week, probably doing a book review, because it's about time. We're getting into May, and I did say it's only April when I'm not reading, so I'm going to start reading. And I have books by amazing authors, upcoming authors who are coming in, and debut novels, that is, and others who are well known, because I try to mix it a bit, you know, well known, upcoming, children's books, self-help books. I also want to start reviewing books which have to do with like financial literacy, because I've been very passionate about that. I love, you know, I want to invest for my kids, you know, I want my kids to be trust fund babies, okay? Hence why they are not in the picture at the moment. I'm not even thinking about them. They're safe where they are. So yeah, I think I would look into that, like more to do with Africans, because as an African myself, I think it's only good for me, it's only best for me to learn from an African. You know, they could be from the same country, same continent, but I think the concept is more or less the same, because there's also background. But imagine me reading a book by Bill Gates. I mean, he was born into like wealth. So okay, for me that doesn't really make any sense. So I would want to review books by people who are into financial literacy from Africa, who might be in the same situation as me. I think it's more helpful than for me to start reading a book by Elon Musk. I don't know. But anyway, I hope you have a great day, and thank you so much for taking time to watch this super long video. I hope to see you again next week. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And because I'm reaching 400, maybe by the time you watch this I'm already at 400, but if not, I'm going to do a book giveaway of 4 books. So I'll be giving away The Bluest Eyes, I'll be giving away Petal of Blood, I'll be giving away Lightning's Eggs, and I'll be giving away Homegoing. All these, they're coming together. It's not like one by one. They're all 4 of them to anyone who entered the giveaway. So I haven't set the rules yet for the giveaway, but when I do, I'll let you guys know. It could be anyone, as long as you have like an address and a post office, I will send it. It could be like from anywhere, the Sahara, anyway, I'll send the book, because I feel like everyone needs to experience African literature. I know I always say this, but that's where I stand. So until next time, thank you so much, and bye bye.